All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. Salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And I just want to do a quick video, uh, just concerning the things that's, well, one of the things that's going to come here to America. All right, just read this scripture real quick. Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right, so what the prophets have always done and continue to do to this day is prophesy against countries, man. Great countries or great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence. And evil just means bad times or ill times. So that's why you see the men of the Lord out there on the highways and byways proclaiming the downfall of America and bringing out all the judgments that are written in the scriptures, okay, that are going to befall this place, mainly America, okay? Even though you will have judgments throughout the whole world, okay, but what we're speaking about great Babylon the Great, right? That this great kingdom, right? The mother of harlots, okay? Mystery Babylon. We're talking about here in the good old USA. And what are some of the things that are going to come here, man? Race riots, civil unrest, civil war, okay? Martial law, complete anarchy. All right? That's what's coming to the streets of America. All right, just because you think you can just go down to the grocery store now and, go to your neighbor's house, borrow a cup of sugar, that everything's all fine and dandy. Well, you know what? The Lord is gonna bring a heavy spirit upon. He's gonna put a heavy spirit upon these people to try to kill themselves. They're gonna be at each other's throats real soon. This is Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And this is, remember, this is this is Isaiah, which he lived after the captivity of Egypt. Even though Egypt was still around at the time, but they weren't in power. This is talking about the new Egypt. Okay? And we can prove that in Revelation, the book of Revelation. Where is it at? Here it is. This is a Revelation 11:8. And their and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, that great city, all right, the great kingdom of Babylon the Great, America, all right, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, all right. And those dead bodies talking about the Israelites, man, walking around aimlessly, lost in the sauce, don't know who they are, what the end game is, they don't know nothing. But what this great city, Babylon the Great, America, is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Why is it spiritually Sodom? Because all the wickedness and sodomizing and sexual, atrocious acts that were committed in Sodom and Gomorrah is upheld here in America. All right, it's promoted, is exalted. All right, and what happened for to Sodom and Gomorrah for those wicked acts? It was destroyed. All right, and why is it spiritually Egypt? Well, look at the back of the dollar bill. Why is there a pyramid on there? all their philosophies really stem back from the Hamites, which the Hamites were the ones that ruled Egypt. And another reason is because the same people that were in captivity in Egypt and build up those pyramids and whatnot are the same people that build up America. All right, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, so now we understand that America's that spiritual Egypt called, spiritually called Egypt. It says Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So you Americans is going to be at each other's throats. All right, there's going to be civil unrest. All right, there's not going to be, asking people how their day's going, holding the door open for somebody. No, you're going to be smashing heads, and there's going to be a lot of killing and a lot of raping. All right, you're going to have to fend for yourself, you and your family. All right, people are going to start dying off. by the thousands from starvation, all right, just getting gunned down in the streets, from race riots, getting put to death, man, every which way. All right, it says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. All right, so there's going to be all kind of uprisings around the U.S. All right, and then ultimately there's going to be a World War III. All right, so it's going to be an internal fight and external. It's going to be a two-front war for America, and you're going to be fighting within and without, because you're going to have to be in the midst of World War III while all this chaos is happening on the streets of America. It's just going to be a steep downhill decline for America. All right. And if America is not united, how can they successfully fight a war, a world war at that, which they will be? You know, it's prophecy that they will be fighting in the Middle East, but it's going to be all kind of uprising here. All right, all kind of just straight out sedition. Okay. And it's gonna be beautiful on the side of the elect, because we've been telling you about this. All right, and then once the mark of the beast is implemented, you know, more and more people are gonna start to starve. Some people are not gonna want to take it. All right, you know, you're gonna have to take it if you want to continue to be part of the society, and that's gonna cause more uprising. All right. Not everybody's going to take the chip, but a majority of the people will. A lot of people are going to take the chip. A lot of people won't. So that's going to lead to lack of bread, because how are you going to buy anything without that chip, which is the mark of the beast? You're not going to be able to buy food for your kids, no diapers for your babies. All right. So when people get desperate and they have nothing to lose, they'll resort to anything to feed themselves and their kids. This is Matthew 12:25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So that's what's happening in America through the political circus that they're doing. All right, they're dividing the country. All right, through the racial tensions, they're dividing the country. They're dividing the kingdom. So this is just brewing up a hailstorm. All right, a tsunami of utter chaos. That's what the Lord is brewing up here in America. Don't they call this the melting pot? All right. Well, it's like a bowl of soup. It's getting stirred up, and ultimately it's gonna boil over and explode. All right. And then the UN troops, the FEMA troops, whatever, the martial law. All right. It's gonna come like a wave, man. Like you got that movie, The Fifth Wave. Well, it's gonna come wave after wave, man. Wait till this mark of the beast is implemented. Things are just going to start rolling. World War III is going to pop off on a whole nother level. All right. America could be getting invaded by other countries while people are fighting themselves here. Here it is. There's going to be people, other countries invading, foreign troops invading. And you got Bill and Cletus, the neighbors, going at each other's throat. All right. Meanwhile, some trained foreign troops are going to be coming in here with heavy tactical gear and blasting people's heads off, man. And America the Lord's got a great judgment for this place, man. That's why the Lord's saving the best for last, because you see all these countries around the world going through different things, different calamities and, you know, uprisings of the people. But the Lord's saving the best for last. That's nothing compared to what's going to happen here. All right, so let's go to Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So this is just the beginning of sorrows, man. Nation against nation. You're talking about race riots, kingdom against kingdom, World War III. All right, the famines, people starving to death, diseases is going to spread. Because when people can't take showers and clean themselves and starving of famine, you know, then diseases spread quickly, man. In a polluted, disgusting place when nobody's picking up your trash anymore, there's no running water, you know, diseases or pestilence is going to spread quickly. And this is just the beginning of sorrows. So what are you going to do then? All right, and you go jump down to verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. What is iniquity? Well, iniquity, you go into that word there, it means wickedness. All right. So there's going to be more and more wicked acts being done as the time comes to an end. As this world, this current society, this world that you know, it comes to an end. The sedition and the wickedness and the iniquity of people are going to go up, man. There's going to be more killings. All right, things you never thought people were capable of, they're going to be doing just to fend for themselves. That's why it says, because of these wicked acts, or the iniquity shall abound, meaning increase, the love of many shall wax cold. So nobody's going to be, everybody wants to talk about love, God loves, and, why can't we all come together? Oh, that's going out the window when the iniquity is abounding, man. All right, when the starvation, people, you see babies starving in the street, parents nowhere to be found. All right, brains bashed on the streets, organs just everywhere. The stench of dead people is everywhere you go. Then we'll see how much you want to be loved, and that how much you want to show love in that day when you ain't ate a square meal in 2 days, and you're starting to hallucinate. We'll see how much love is going to be in the air in that day. Okay. This is 2nd Ezra 13 and 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So everything's going to be contrary to one another, man. Everybody is going to be against each other, and the only ones that are going to have a hedge of protection are the men of the Lord, the elect. All right, the ones that are fear the Lord, because it's going to be everybody for themselves. There's a world war going on, sedition among their own countries. Okay. Neighbor against neighbor, race riots, and then ultimately one realm against another, meaning one, the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai against this world. All right, yeah, because Yahushai is coming to put this world to an end and establish his new world order, which is the kingdom of heaven. So ultimately, in the midst of all this fighting and chaos, when the Lord returns and the nuclear missiles are being shot off, well, it's going to be Yahushai and his army against this world's army, because ultimately they're going to come together to fight the Lord when they see him return in the clouds. And he's going to come with a sweeping victory. And it's going to be beautiful. So all this fighting is going to be pointless, because ultimately they're going to come together and still lose. It's going to get the world's worst ass whooping. All right. 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. See, this is what we're talking about. People are going to, ain't no countries coming together, all right, except to fight against America and then to fight against the Lord. All right, because the countries that are going to come together are going to shoot nukes upon America, but then they're going to try to fight the Lord when he returns. And it's going to be, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. See, the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That's anarchy, man. Straight chaos. Nobody's going to care what the government got to say in that day. All right, there's going to be sedition among men. People busting in through your door to get whatever you got. Take your food. Take your daughters. All right, put you to death. It's going to be all out chaos, man. And then the martial law is going to have to be declared, because there's so much, just straight chaos going on, man. Words can't really explain what's going to be happening. The best way to explain it is this right here. It's Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So it's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble, a time like no other. Never been seen on this earth and never will be seen afterwards. So that's the times we're talking about. But what the elect of Israel is going to be saved out of it. While people are at each other's throats, the men of the Lord are going to be sitting back and waiting on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. We're going to be eating like, I believe it's in Isaiah, or it could be in Jeremiah. Let me look that up. Okay, I think it's in Yep, Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So what? The men of the Lord, the prophets, because we're going to prove who the servants are, they're going to be good in that time of Jacob's trouble. Yeah, we're going to have to witness, Lord's will, I'll be part of that number. We're going to have to witness a lot of things and go through different tribulations, the hour of temptation, possibly be caught up and tossed into prisons. But what we going ultimately, as a whole, we're going to be good. While everybody's starving and losing their damn minds, the elect's going to know what's going on. That's why Isaiah 33 and 6 says, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. All right, because we put our faith and our hope and our trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, we'll close out on this. Let's see who the servants of the Lord are. Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So what are some of the secrets he revealed to us? These final days, how it's going to end. All right. What are the signs to know that we're getting closer? All right. So laugh all you want now, but cry later. When all this comes to pass, all right, then you're going to know that there was a prophet among you. What is that, 2? All right. Is Ezekiel 2 and 5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house. We're talking about the nation of Israel, because that's who we're sent to warn. We're blowing the trumpet so you can get right, children of Israel. For they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them. So you're going to know ultimately when these things come to pass that we weren't lying to you. All right, Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. All these things that we just went into in this video, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. Then it's going to be too late. Then you're going to realize that we weren't some crazy guys on the corners reading Bibles. All right. So now's the time to get right or get your house in order and prepare for death. And with that, I'm going to walk double ball.